Yeah. When I've been up, it's magic. When up and up, it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it.
Coach, the city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild CenturyLink field. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game.
Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. I don't wear ball mains. All I ever do is ball main. I am not a rapper, they all lame. I am not dope, I'm hard. Wait, I can power up and level up at any moment. Spitting like a semi, only give me semicolon. Couple zeros like I'm sending yell nets. Every flow is unmatched and I better get set in. Finish them. Mess around with me and I diminish them all. Even if I ever did the minimum all. In the end result, I better kill them all. Rogue one, but I got a team with me. Batman when I got a team with me. I get mean, I get green. Show the whole game what's never been seen. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank. Got more boards than a Shawshank. Cook it up, gourmet. I go Super Saiyan, gold tank. Anything I ever do is top rank.
Designer sneakers hurt my feet now. Every beat is getting beat down. Couldn't eat, well watch I eat now. Like how you getting paid to freestyle? Different cities every week now. Every woman is a now. What state prop you looking bleak now? I was home to sleep designer sheets now. 30
Coach, the city of Seattle, known for coffee, grunge music, and, of course, rain. And we're definitely going to get a heavy dose of the last of those three here tonight as you look inside a wet and wild CenturyLink field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Let's go! Pittsburgh! I got you. I got you. Kill.
And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, he's looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. Because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's 2nd and 8. It's complete. Stills. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Strong start by this defense. 3rd and short, they go with a run. Stonewalled for no gain.
I played for a guy who always talked about setting tones and meeting force with force. That felt like it on that play, didn't it? And they met it in a big way and won. What a great job by the defense.
Let's go, defense. 61.
He can run for it, and he will. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44.
You remember me? Let's go, baby.
Now this time he'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. That time they hit him out of the slot on the drag.
And that route takes some fortitude from the guy running it because he knows he's going through the briar patch, as I like to call it, right? He's trying to work his way through all that traffic, and people wanting to put a little contact on it. Really well done.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And an alley to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there, first down Vikings. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front and linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's a run on first down that won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He will lose a yard, 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check it back, check it back.
Looking to throw. Franks setting up the screen for Cook. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. From the gun, Franks. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25, and they will take over at the 29-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
From the 35 on 2nd down. Wilson buying time. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And the Vikings pick up the football. There he goes, right side. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. It gives some kudos to the defensive coordinator, I think, here. They bring the blitz, they dial it up, and it turns into 6 points for him.
It's so nice to hear you actually give kudos to the defense. It is so nice. You're such an offensive guy like that. I love it. He dialed things up, and boy, a big play resulted for his guys.
Well, you like the credit to the defense there, right, my friend?
Yeah, do I ever?
So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They begin this drive with Chubb. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
We gotta step it up.
They go play action with Wilson. Flush to his right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On third down, Wilson. Open man, it's Allen. And he'll be out right at the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They give to Chubb out of the gun. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Vikings 7, Seahawks nothing.
Check 50. 53's the mic. 53. Check 53.
From the 39, Wilson. Well, the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
On 1st down, Wilson. That's out to Chubb, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Of course, he's coming off that NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance. 2 scores in that game a week ago.
And how did he get them? Speed is one thing, but how about the niftiness in his route running, able to cross people up in the secondary and make sure that they can't quite get to him before the ball arrives. He's something after the catch as well.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Check. Fresno.
To throw is Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And he's got a man open. That's Allen. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 37.
Sometimes it's designed, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
14.
Now Wilson on 1st down. And he gets it to his running back, Nick Chubb. And this one's going to go the wrong way, losing yardage back at the 42. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. That throw into the arms of Allen. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on 3rd down conversions. They need a yard here.
Double count right here. Double count. Watch the twist.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. And he's going to get the 1st down as they bring him down at the 23. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. It's caught, Lockett. And they'll get this down to the 10. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another 1st down. A run for Nick Chubb. A great move, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the 1st half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Good job right there.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown grab as they are now on the board here in the 1st half.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
17 yards, first down, Vikings. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action. Earl Thomas in on the stop. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. I actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 60 half clock. Take it to the right, boy, take it to the right. Move, orbit. Move, go down. 58's the money. 50, oh!
To throw on second down, Franks. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Looking to throw on second down. Franks steps away to his left. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Watch it. Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
They run. Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Here we go, here we go. Change Tucson. I got him. Switch it, switch it. 80 weapon, 80 weapon. Check three. Ready, go.
They run again on first down. Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get him with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
At the 9-yard line.
So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. This is a 26-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good. And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Check safety, check.
He's got a first down past the 30. They give him a gain of 38.
This is one of those plays that could go either way, but we've seen the influence of the college game now in the NFL, where we're seeing more and more of these plays run, and that one went for a big gain.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
I got you, son. Kill. No pass. Kill. Turn up. Mike 55. Hey, eat. Go.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. Shift.
On the carry, it's Chubb. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
It's complete to Lockett. 10 yards and a Seattle first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Let's go double count right here. Double count. Watch twist. Check 4. Up.
2nd and 5 now. Wilson. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Here we go. Here we go. Check three. Check three. Check three.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. Now this throw caught left side. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and 2.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Check. Hey, alert.
Mike, 53.
Wilson looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. So that is 2 pick sixes he's thrown in this football game. Now, you take those away, Charles, it's a completely different situation.
It totally is, but guess what? They have to deal with what they have now, okay? So they can't just mentally go, well, if we hadn't thrown those pick sixes, we'd be okay. Here's where you are. Here's where you're going to battle. But guess what? They're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off right around the 43. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Now the pass hauled in by Kenny Stills. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the 1st.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space.
Set up. 30 pace. Let's go. Hut.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Come on,
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. On the Seahawks, 40.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check girls, check girls.
On third down, Franks. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 12 yards there. First down, Vikings.
First down, Minnesota.
Here we go.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Coming after you. Ready.
Now a run with Cook. In on the stop, it was the UCF product, Shaquem Griffin.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they won't put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey, watch the ball, watch the ball. Check 24, check 24. Alert flat. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Kill, kill. Kill, kill. Hey, alert 3, alert 3.
Again, it's Cook. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And he'll get nothing out of that one. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So the scoring drive encompasses 9 plays, and the net result, 3 points.
Take your disappointment and put it aside. 9 plays. Yeah, they want to end up in the end zone with a touchdown. I get that. But sometimes those 9-play drives pay dividends later with another 9-play drive that culminates in a touchdown when they wear down a defense.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And again, it's Chubb. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. On third down, it's Nick Chubb. And he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. Call it a gain of 3, and it'll bring up 4th down. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down. And Allen's got it. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks. Now Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. 22 yards there, a first down. From Viking territory now, they'll come up first and 10, right at the 40. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And now it's second down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better. Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
The Seahawks on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Wilson will throw again. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Right there on the coverage to knock that ball away was Mike Hughes. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. To throw again, Wilson. Left side complete to Lockett. He was over 100 receiving last week. He's over 100 now this week, as he's got a first down as well. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks are able to close the gap just a bit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right. And if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, you know,
it doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
15
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They'll run on first down. Cook. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. You'd have to think likely another running play coming here. 2nd and 11. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this 4th quarter. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. On 3rd down, here comes Barber. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. And his kick here is good. And that will swell the lead to 16. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, is darn close.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. Chubb.